Hello and welcome to this weather alert. It's Sunday, April the 6th, and we're watching much colder weather move into the picture after kind of a crappy weekend. You could see our atmospheric river type storm slowly shifting off to the east, but I want to show you this weather map here, and you'll see we've got one more wave that's going to bring us a chance for some showers overnight, and then a series of cold fronts coming through. This little clipper here you see over the Great Lakes, that's going to have an Arctic front, and that is going to make temperatures much colder, and it's going to feel like winter has returned as we get into later tomorrow and Tuesday. So we'll show you what we got, and you can see these freeze advisories now across, and even some. Look at this. Even these are. What are these? These are. Come on. Freeze warnings. So yeah, it's going to get cold. Those are freeze warnings. That's the dark colors for, and then we have these freeze watches as well in these light turquoise areas here. And we still got flood advisories in effect, and there's been you'll see also in our area that we're going to have to watch out for wind to gale watch as well. And we may need wind advisories as well with this. So I want to take into point all the rain that has fallen. We'll first take a look at our area, first of all, which hasn't really seen that much rain, even though we've had a lot of rainy days. But as we head into this area here that's been impacted by all the floods, you can see plenty of rainfall over 6 inches. And a Little Rock, they've had some areas have gotten over a foot of rain. So tremendous amounts of rainfall in these areas here, just record flooding. Never seen flooding like that before. As a part of this atmospheric river that we are going to see more and more of due to climate change. Looking at temperatures here, you'll see the colder air that's working its way in. And that's just show you what's up in Canada here. You can see there's colder air over here that's going to be making its way down. And that is going to lead to some pretty cold temperatures. Nothing abnormal today. Yesterday was pretty dreary. Today we were near normal with our high temperatures, so just to show you briefly, highs were near normal, mid-50s, which is about average for this time of the year. If we do look at the climate statistics for Islip, you'll see that we had a high of 53 and a low of 44, so the high was just 2 degrees below normal, the low of 44 is 6 degrees above normal. Puts us still 3 degrees above normal. So far this month, 0.81 inches of rain, and we're going to get plenty more where that came from as well. After the cold, we're going to be dealing with a lot of wet. So we could just look at QPF, for instance, in here. We'll do days 1 through 7, and you can see showing at least 2 inches, if not more, rainfall over the East Coast. So let's looking at the radar. You'll see again where these showers are. We're going to have overnight. There's more over here, down here in the south. Some thunderstorms there and snow over in Ohio, and there may even be some flurries to the north and west tomorrow, which again, highly unusual to see. But today we did have some breaks in the sky. It wasn't quite so gloomy. Especially in the afternoon, early evening hours, we had some breaks in the sky. It was still a broken cloud deck, but at least it brightened up for a little bit. And all the rain that we've been having, obviously, the falls have been pretty swift right there. So let's go and look at the models here and show you this cold air that's going to come on in. So there's that wave bringing us the rain tomorrow night. There's that low. Secondary cold front comes through overnight, and that is going to bring us some cold. And you see the ice bars tight as well. So that's a shot coming right out of eastern Canada there. That's going to bring us some very cold weather. And then after that's done, you see we have a parade of systems. Here we go again with the weekend looking crappy again with low pressure and a number of lows coming through. So, yeah, there's more rain. That's the GFS looking at the European model. Pretty similar deal here. And you can see that we're going to have to deal with this cutoff system perhaps Friday into Saturday. And that's going to linger precipitation chances through the weekend for the 12s that you'll see. And, and then another shot of some cold air. So cold and wet is the theme, I think, as we head into the middle of this month here, for sure. Now, the cold, let's talk about that Arctic air that's coming in. Well, first show you the European. So here's the European. into tomorrow. You could see east winds tomorrow. We got the stall front waveforms along it, and then look at the cold air that comes in. These dew points are pretty low, so that's your Arctic air that you're going to be dealing with Tuesday and Wednesday, and then that pulls on out, and then we have this cutoff that's going to be around. But you'll see there are definitely some areas. We'll go North America just to show you. Oh, this doesn't work this way. All right. I wanted to show you the temperature anomaly chart, just to show you this Arctic air that's coming down. So here it comes. See those purples there? So that's going to be significantly below normal for a couple of days this week, and no really big warm-ups either. No really big warm-ups. So, and if we were to look at the amount of precipitation that the Euro has on top of us, yeah, that's quite a bit. You can see there, this is through April 21st, and it's showing at least 2 inches of rain. Actually, it's not as bad as some of the other runs. The 0Z was way worse. So you can see 0Z is over 3 inches. The GFS is still a decent amount of rain. So yeah, it's going to be wet, but in between, it's going to be kind of chilly. So I'm okay. It's just typical April weather. Nothing too abnormal about that. But the cold weather definitely will be. You'll definitely be feeling that. So let's go back to the European model. We'll go ahead and look at this cold air that's going to be coming in. So tomorrow, it's already going to be chilly. Temperature's only in the 40s, upper 40s, struggling to 50. And then tomorrow night, temperatures take a nosedive. By Tuesday morning, we may be below freezing. Then Tuesday, we're going to struggle to the low to mid 40s. That's quite a bit below normal. And then Wednesday, we're still kind of chilly. Look at that, still showing us struggling to the low 40s. And then you see this moderation. But we do have this cold air that's coming in, so should have the HRRR and be able to look at that plunge of cold air that we're going to have here. So go ahead and look at that. So again, see what happens tomorrow. We got an east wind tomorrow, which could keep us damp during the day, and I'm worried about drizzle again with that east wind. But then as we get into Tuesday, look at what happens here. Northwest winds take over, and you can see this really much colder air. Dew points in the teens, and temperatures. Look at this. Here we are looking at your temperatures. So tomorrow is still going to be chilly, and I'm worried we're going to be dealing with a similar day that we dealt with Saturday tomorrow. I'm hoping not, but Saturday was miserable. And then Tuesday morning, you can see it doesn't have us below freezing, but it's going to be pretty damn cold. And then Tuesday, it actually keeps us only in the 30s, looks like. So probably due to a good deal of cloud cover, probably. So this is some really unusual cold weather that's coming in. It does show some cloud cover. So yeah, this is some unusually cold weather that we're going to have. So we'll go back to the HRRR, go back to that, and we'll look at our precipitation here. So see what happens tomorrow. So the HRRR, yeah, keeps that light rain just off to the south, but there could be sucky drizzle. It's possible. And then as we get into Tuesday, you can see even some snow showers. I wouldn't even rule out a flurry even down here on Tuesday, considering a flurry or maybe even a snow shower. It's going to feel and look pretty wintry out there with this cold out air that's coming in. And clouds, obviously, there'll probably be plenty of those. We'll go look at the RGM for a little bit and see what we have here. So obviously tomorrow we're not seeing the sun. It does have some breaks of sun on Tuesday, but they could be self-destructive because of the unstable nature of the air. Hence the clouds possibly in the afternoon and maybe even some snow flurries. And then for Wednesday, it should be mostly sunny. That's your mostly sunny day before the cirrus comes on in, and then the next wet weather system comes in. So that's what it's looking like. I think some models are a little more bullish with the cloud cover. So on Tuesday, and I'll probably have to do another video about this probably Tuesday. Just the unusual chill in the air here. Look at that. That's, again, showing a good deal of pop-up clouds, but it's not quite as bad as the HRRR is showing. So we'll see how that all turns out. Let's go to Ventu Sky, and we'll, again, visualize this cold air that's going to be coming on down here. Just want to give you a better representation of it. Start this. I guess we'll do this 1 p.m. So here we are tomorrow. Here we are Tuesday. Look at that. You can see the wind as well. Some really cold air that's coming on down. So it won't be with us for too long, but it's going to be, fairly below normal. Again, this is the HRRR showing us struggling to get into the 30s with a lot of clouds. You see a lot of cloud cover here. Might be overestimating it. And it's going to be windy too, so the question is, will we need a wind advisory? Probably not. These wind speeds don't look like that, but it's going to feel cold. There's definitely going to be a wind chill aspect to it, so it's going to feel like it's winter. Trust me, it's going to feel like it's winter. And by Wednesday, the winds definitely get a little lighter. The next question, obviously, we'll look at clouds and we'll go to visibility and see what this is doing for tomorrow. It doesn't show any sucky drizzle here, but just beware because of that east wind. Could be some patchy drizzle around. I really hope there isn't. Hopefully most of that shower activity is off to the south. But the Arctic front comes through later on in the day. So I actually want to go back to tropical tidbits. And some models are showing a snow squall with that Arctic front. I just want to look at that for a moment here. This is the NAM. It's 0Z. I don't have enough of it in, but again, this is the NAM. And you can see the NAM keeps us wet all day. Look at this. Yeah, this is the NAM. This keeps us wet all day. So there's definitely some disagreement on how far south. Hopefully this is wrong. I really hope it's wrong. Because it's going to be, if this is right, it's going to be a miserable day tomorrow. But here's the Arctic front. There's the low right there coming on through. And then the really cold air comes in for Tuesday. So, but if the NAM is right, that could be, tomorrow could wind up being raining most of the day, which is ridiculous. And if the NAM is right, we'd also see an additional ½ inch to 1 inch of rainfall with a sharp cutoff to the northwest of the city. HRRR, obviously a different scenario here. The HRRR is further south, so the NAM is further north. So there's some disagreement on the placement of this. Hopefully the HRRR is right. Let's see how the GFS has the placement. Yeah, most miles are off to the south. So hopefully we don't have a rainy day tomorrow. The rain is over with by the morning. But either way, it's not going to be a great day. And then Tuesday, you're going to be dealing with the wind and the chilly weather. So as far as that spring tease we've had, well, it's back to the reality of how April can be with the cold and as well as rainfall. So that is pretty much all I got. Again, we will keep an eye on this for tomorrow. You can see not too windy tomorrow, but again, as we get into Tuesday morning, you're going to be dealing with some pretty strong winds, and it's going to be pretty chilly. Again, temperatures in the 30s, and it's definitely going to be feel quite wintry. This is the first really below normal day we've had. There's going to be a big temperature anomaly tomorrow, at least for, I think, about 3 solid days of below normal temperatures, significantly below normal temperatures, which, again, has been pretty rare these days, but that's what we're going to be getting into because this is, after all, Arctic air. So just look at the humidity dew points. Let's go to dew points again, kind of point this out to you to show you these Arctic air that's coming on down and where it's coming from. You can see where it's coming from is all the way in eastern Canada. So that is why we are going to have such cold weather for a good part of this week. Definitely quite chilly. And again, if you're up here, below zero. And if you're up in Canada, Ottawa, let's see, Ottawa. Oh, look at that. Highs only in the teens. That's nice. 21. Yeah, it won't be quite that cold here. But there you go. That's what it looks like. And this is all due, again, to a split in the polar vortex, the breaking down of the polar vortex. So if we look at the GFS, we'll look at the polar vortex here and show you. Again, it's completely broken down here. So there's, nothing really left of it. So that's we usually see that at this time. So, we can't get that product with the euro. So there you go. So get ready for a little taste of winter. One last taste of winter. Have a good night.